Oh hey, welcome to It's Personal, a show about what makes you you. Today we're talking about technology and how or if it affects your life.
Juice.
Oh Brandon, no!
Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa, cool, where are we?
I think the sugar from the OJ must have wormholed us into the mainframe of Shane's computer.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, I mean, probably, I don't know. Hey Shane.
Yeah, what?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to triangulate our position so I can find a way to hack us the heck out of here.
Oh, well, you know, looking down at your phone like that can be a real pain in the neck.
Good one, Brandon.
Thanks. But in all honesty, a lot of people have been looking down at their phones and media devices recently. And did you know that every inch that you lean forward, you're actually adding what feels like 10 pounds of pressure to the back of your neck?
I did not know that.
Well, don't believe me? Check this out.
My name is Dr. Julie Foster, and I am a chiropractor. So text neck is really a syndrome, which just means that it's a group of symptoms that we've developed specifically from the way that we hold our media devices, so our cell phones specifically. Well, the symptoms can vary from person to person, but it's really common to find patients who complain of neck pain, for sure, shoulder pain, headaches, tension, and definitely difficulty in the way that they're able to turn their heads. When you keep leaning your head forward, we pull it out of that natural position. Now, normally everybody's head weighs, I don't know, 10 or 12 pounds, depending on how smart you are. But the further you go away from your body, the more force that your head applies to your neck. So as I pitch more and more forward, my head becomes literally heavier, up to weights like 2 and 3, maybe 6 times its normal weight. So this is really significant strain over long periods of time.
I'm Candace.
I'm Jared.
My name is Henry. I'm an awesome texter.
I probably spend like 6 hours of the day just at the computer like this.
I'm really worried that I'm gonna develop an old people hump, which is a very scientific term. I've noticed in pictures that my shoulders are forward and they're not nice and pulled back, even if it feels like they are.
I definitely have back problems and posture problems. I'm not activating my core enough, even though I think about it. It's like you're talking to a smoker, and it's just like, oh, do you think the reason why you're short of breath is because you smoke all the time? Yeah, probably. I'm not a doctor. I don't have an x-ray of my lungs in front of me or the medical expertise to make that call. But if I had to guess, yes, the answer is that I do have text neck.
One of the first things I always look at is to see where people's shoulders line up in relation to their body, and you can see that her shoulders are pitching forward or pulling forward. So what we'd really like to see is for those to be set back here. And look how that immediately kind of opens up her chest. Candace, when I pull your shoulders back, is it a little less tension on your neck?
Yeah.
This is a miracle.
I feel more ladylike.
Yes, she looks more ladylike, right? Nice and easy. He looks comfortable, doesn't he? He looks really, really comfortable right now. Are you comfortable?
No.
Not at all. It's not at all. Looks pretty darn good to me. I might pull him back just a bit. There you go. You notice there's that little bit of adjustment, that it brings his ears a little closer in line. I think over time he'd have to pay attention to that, but he could certainly make that adjustment and give himself a little bit less pressure here. But it's easy when you're standing here and a doctor is poking at you. Computers, cell phones, these things aren't going anywhere. So to kind of blindly put it aside and say that you shouldn't use your cell phone as much or you shouldn't use your computer as much really doesn't deal with the issue. It's up to each person individually to become more mindful about their bodies. One of the things that happens with technology is it allows us to disconnect from other things, whether that's people or places or even ourselves. But your health is based on your connection to you. So absolutely use your cell phone, stay connected to BuzzFeed, but for all intents and purposes, please lift your phone up, lift your eyes up, listen to your body, pull your shoulders back, breathe deeply. And all of these things help you keep your posture in mind.
So we should hold our phones like this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the best for your neck.
All right, but we look like idiots now.
I mean, yeah, it is pretty dumb, but that's just the way that phones are designed now. But if you think about it, maybe someday in the future we're gonna have holograms or crazy eye implants, or maybe we'll be able to just send information directly to each other's minds.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, wait guys, I got a signal.
Oh!
All right, here we go. Oh, my phone just died.
I wonder what happens when I die.
Kate, we're not gonna die in here.
No, I mean, we spend all this time updating our Facebooks, our Twitters, Our Instagrams? What happens to all those digital memories when we're gone?
I don't know.
Watch this.
Everybody wants to talk about death, right? I mean, bad news is you probably can't decide how you're gonna die in real life. The good news is you can decide how you're gonna die or whether you're gonna die at all online. Can I ask you a question?
Hey, Jamie.
Could you share with us the last Facebook post that you had?
My brother wrote, "Take 10 minutes to watch my sister talk about pubes."
I went to a cheese club meeting where we dressed up in cheese hats and everybody brought all of their favorite cheeses.
I recently posted this photo of Lenny Kravitz blowing out the crotch of his pants and his dong is hanging out.
So if you were to die tomorrow, do you feel happy about these posts?
I guess if I died tomorrow, this would be my legacy, this cheese club.
I don't know. I mean, is this my legacy? My legacy would be dick pics. Ugh.
So how do you avoid a legacy of dick pics? Well, you need to do some planning. But luckily, there are options. Option 1 takes trust and reliable pals. So if you got both of those, go out today and share the passwords for your Twitter, Instagram, Gmail, Hotmail, etc., with the person you love the most. For Facebook, you don't need to share the password. Just go into your settings and designate someone to take over. A buddy, a lover, a jilted lover, heck, it's up to you. Option 2. This takes more work, but less trust. Use online services to store your passwords to unlock after your passing. Or use an account like Dead Social, where you store messages and photos that will be posted after death at intervals, surprising and haunting your loved ones for years into the future. So once the appropriate preparations have been made, it's time to make some real decisions. First, decide if you want your Facebook to shut down or become a memorialized page. You could do absolutely nothing, but every year your friends will get the reminder it's your birthday, and they might not like that. Lastly, think about what your final messages and photos will be. What's the lasting impression you want to leave on the digital landscape? Store this online or give it to the person in charge of your account. What do you want your last message to be?
You know, that is crazy. You can't choose your final words in real life, but you can choose your final words online. What would your final words be?
I don't want to die.
Well, that's not original.
No, I mean, I don't want to die in here, guys.
Brandon, everyone has to die. That's the circle of life.
Well, maybe we don't have to die.
Yes, you definitely do.
Wait, hold on, Kate. What are you saying, Shane?
Have you guys ever heard of the transhumanist movement?
I have not.
It's a group of people dedicated to the advancement of medical technology with the hopes of prolonging life, possibly indefinitely. Observe. Death. It's all around us. Technology, also all around us. Can we use the latter to cure the former? One man believes we can, and he is here with us today. Please welcome Mr. Zoltan Istvan. We want to talk today a little bit about transhumanism.
Transhumanism is an international movement, a few million people around the world that want to use science and technology to radically change the human being and also radically change the human experience.
A lot of it seems kind of far-fetched, but I feel like there's a lot of technologies out there today that probably fall under the umbrella of transhumanism.
Transhumanism is whatever you sort of want to think about. Is it the first time we picked up a rock and made an axe, or is it really a jet airplane flying at 30,000 feet? But I like to think of driverless cars as transhuman. I like to think of the artificial limbs that we put on war veterans.
What other technologies do you think are kind of down the line or in the near future?
One of the most futuristic type of technologies that a lot of people love to think about is mind uploading. And in fact, as a journalist, I write about that a lot. Eventually, we're going to have our own avatars in machines, but that opens up so many different avenues of thought. And artificial intelligence in 10 or 15 years could be 10,000 times smarter than us. So our uploaded mind is going to tap into that artificial intelligence and be 10,000 times smarter than us.
That sounds kind of intimidating to talk to yourself, but infinitely smarter?
It would be very scary. I mean, because you want to have some randomness, you want to make some mistakes, but this smarter self may not make any mistakes.
Yeah.
It might be like, Zoltan, that doesn't sound very good to me, do this. And I'll be like, hey, don't tell me what to do.
If we get to the point where physically we don't have to think about death quite as much, it becomes a choice. What do you think that does for us?
Well, not dying as a species is going to dramatically affect everything. I mean, just think of it. For example, if you were going to live 1,000 years, you would do other things, career things, or you would go traveling, or you would just become a guitarist and sing at a bar in the Bahamas or something. I mean, there are a million things we would do.
I feel like I'd stick around for a while.
Oh, totally.
Learn every instrument.
Of course, you'd be an expert. I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a professional surfer.
So let's talk about the Transhumanist Party.
We're a small political party, been founded about a year ago. Broadly, the community is interested in using politics as a means to further the transhumanist agenda, which is just to say, let's promote science and technology more. Instead of, for example, spending trillions of dollars on far-off wars, why not have the American government spend all that money on a war on cancer? I mean, this is really what my presidential campaign is about, is just trying to make waves, trying to enter the national conversation and say, hey, don't you think we can do better? Don't you think we can spend money on our health, on our longevity? Slowly, we can overcome any kind of disaster, any kind of problem that we have as a species by putting in these bionics or robotics or 3D printed organs that will help us become a much stronger species. This is really important. For example, imagine if the dinosaurs had the bionic lung, they might have survived.
That would have been bad for us, though.
Yes, very bad for us.
We'd have a rough go of it.
Who's that at the door?
So the future's looking bright, is the point here.
100%. We just need to put resources. Instead of putting money into bombs and far-off wars, let's put the resources into technology and science and let ourselves live 20, 30, 100 years longer.
Spectacular. Zoltan, thank you so much for joining us today, and may you live forever.
May you live forever too.
I can't wait.
Man, do you really think we can live forever?
Not right now, but if you think about it, in 1900, the average life expectancy was only about 47. With today's advancements in medical sciences, it's not uncommon for people to live to 60, 70, or even older. So someday soon, it might not be uncommon for people to be living up into the triple digits.
Yeah, but you're supposed to die.
Hold on, but I don't want to die. I'm going to vote for Zoltan.
Me too.
Yeah. But we are going to die in here, though, so I guess that doesn't matter.
Yeah, for sure.
Whoa, whoa, oh, that's happening!
Oh, hey, look, it's Colin.
Hey, it's Colin.
Oh, hey guys. What are you doing in there?
No time to explain. Just pour some milk on the keyboard.
Okay.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Holy cow.
Man, how'd you know that was gonna work?
I don't know.
What? Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, bye.
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 Milk, huh?
Yeah. It's just basic science stuff. Yeah. What were you looking for on the computer? Porn. Okay.
Perfect.